Good morning, councillors. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all please rise. Let us all please rise to welcome the Speaker of Council, Councillor Colleen Makubele.
Judith, can I have that? Yes. Good morning, councillors. Please remain silent and remain standing for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. You may take your seats.
Somebody's mic is on.
The mic, no, key. Oh, yeah, key is on.
Okay. It is hereby notified that the 9th Extraordinary Council meeting of the City of Johannesburg Municipality will be held on Friday, 30 September 2022 at 10 a.m. at the Constance Konibapela Council Chamber, Metropolitan Center, Brandfontein.
Thank you, Acting Secretary. I would like to welcome all the councillors who are present here today. I welcome the members of the media. I welcome all our visitors in the gallery. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9th Extraordinary Council meeting of the City of Johannesburg. Leave of absence. At this point, I'll allow legal to determine the quorum.
Unothi namazi makabona mafa uyoyika uyanqanqaza jonga nangoku akanameya uyoyika uyanqanqaza jonga nangoku uthetha inkomfa uyoyika uyanqanqaza unothi nyamazi makabona mafa uyoyika uyanqanqaza unothi nyamazi makabona mafa uyoyika uyanqanqaza jonga nangoku akanameya uyoyika uyanqanqaza jonga nangoku uthetha inkomfa uyoyika uyanqanqaza uyanqanqaza
Oku, usmiki sekote. Sekote. Uyanqanqaza. Mazi makabona mafa. Uyoyika. Jonga nangoku.
Councillors, thank you very much. Councillors, can you please settle down? Thank you very much. We have established quorum. There's 145 councillors that have signed. The meeting corrodes. There's 145 councillors that have signed. If any councillor has not signed the register, please go and sign while we proceed to the leave of absence.
Sorry, point of order. We don't have any water at the back. Can we get some water, please?
Councillor, you have not been recognized. You can't speak when I didn't recognize you.
Can we get some water then? We're very thirsty at the back. We're very thirsty. Can we get some water? It's very hot. Water! 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 Water!
No, it's enough.
His mic. Applications for leave of absence.
Councillors, water is being brought into the house. Can we proceed to leave of absence? Are there any apologies? Are there any apologies? It's supposed to be like this. Councillors, do we have any apologies? If there are any apologies, please lift your hand. Yeah. Okay. Councillor Rafferty? Carlos. Councillor Rafferty, you may proceed. Somebody's mic is on, please switch it off. Councillor Rafferty, you may proceed.
Anyone can be on at a time. Yes, please. Thank you very much. And next door here. And one for me, thank you.
Councillor Rafferty,
Thank you very much.
please proceed. Leave of absence. Try the mic next to you, you can shout. Apology for Councillor Ashley Sauls, the first has been noted. Councillor Christians? Can you all please switch off your mics if they are on? Councillor Christians? I'll call IT to look at it. Please try and... This one is...
Yeah, right, Alex.
There you go.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the reason I raised my hand earlier on, and thank you for ensuring that the quorum is done properly, the reason why the DA has not signed the register is based on the following. Firstly, the calling of the meeting. In terms
Councillor
of
Christians, we're on the leave of absence now.
correct. This is what I'm talking to.
Who is absent and who is present?
Speaker, as I've said, the reason why the signatures have not been signed, which then comes on to the leave of absence, is because I've said that.
Councillor Christians, are you giving me apologies?
I'm
If
explaining
you are not, I
why
will
the
kindly ask
apology
you
is
to
not
sit
there.
down.
And
Any
the absentee.
apologies? I've noted the hands. Councillor Christians. Councillor Christians, are you giving me apologies?
Speaker, I am
Councillor Christians, are you giving me apologies? Say yes or no, then I can move to the hands that are raised.
Speaker, there's a point of order on the floor.
Councillor Loyiso.
Thank you. Good morning, councillors. My point of order is that can we first verify so that people who speak in a duly constituted council meeting are people who have signed the register. Otherwise, they have no grounds to speak in this meeting.
Councillor Nobela. Councillor Nobela. Councillor Nobela, can proceed. IT, can you assist us with the mics? If your mic is on, please switch it off. I've noted your hand. Councillor Nobela, yes.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. It's a point of order on you, Speaker, that you are starting on a very wrong note. The Speaker who was on the floor stand up and tell you the reason we did not sign a register. The moment he says that, he must not speak. It's not part of this meeting. Because he's not signed the register. So anybody who's going to be participating in this meeting is somebody who have signed the register. We have 145 people who have signed the register. If it's not one of them, it's not a part of this meeting. So he must not be abused. The DA did not sign attendance register. We must not acknowledge them. Thank you.
Councillors, we have noted one leave of absence, which is Councillor Ashley Sauls. So I'm going to close it there. I don't have any other leave of absence that have been registered. We are going to move on with the agenda.
You noted me. You noted me before. How do you know I didn't sign the register? Chairperson, you noted me before. Speaker, you noted me. You noted me. You noted me before.
Leave of
You noted me
absence
before.
has been closed.
You noted me before you closed.
Leave of absence has
You
been
noted me before you closed.
Go and sign outside.
You noted
Go
me
and sign
before you
outside.
closed. You noted me before you closed.
Hold on. Councillors, I'm on the leave of absence. I will not continue to take point of orders on that. We are moving on with the agenda.
But you noted me before you closed. You noted me before you closed, Speaker. You are not even sure whether I signed the register. How do you know I did not sign? You noted me before you closed. You noted me before you closed. Have you verified whether I signed or not? Have you verified? Have you verified whether I signed?
Recommendations to council.
Please bring them.
Speaker, it's quite obvious that you cannot control your council. There's a point of order here, Speaker.
So what do we say to that? Yeah, but what do I say now? That's what I want to know. Okay. On the recommendations to council, the agent reports are not ready yet, they will then come after the next item.
Motions?
We will now proceed to the motions. Councillor Arnolds? That's fine. Councillor Arnolds, we are now on the motions. Judith, can I have the motion? Just give me a laptop with the motion. I just want to read it. Yeah. Councillor Arnolds, we are on the motions.
There's a hand also at the back from EFF, Councillor there.
Councillors, who is raising a point of order? Are you, Councillor Christians, on who? Proceed.
Microphone again.
It's proper.
Can you use the next mic?
It's been sanitized. Thank you. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I'm talking to Rule 56, which talks to attendance register for council meetings, which states every councillor attending a meeting must sign his or her name in the attendance register, which must be made available. It does not say that we cannot talk in this house if we have not signed that attendance register. So please advise me how you can make a ruling that I am not allowed to speak in this house if I've not signed the attendance register in terms of our rules of council.
Thank you, Councillor Christians.
This thing, say must. Must.
Thank you, Councillor Christians. We're going to proceed to the motions now.
English.
Councillor Arnolds.
English, it say must.
Councillor Arnolds, are you ready to table the motion?
Must. Must.
Councillor Arnolds, are you ready to table the motion?
Yeah.
Please table the motion.
Must. Must. Yeah.
I will make a ruling at a later stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Can we please table the motion?
Thank you, Speaker. It's really, when something comes your way, it's painful.
MMC.
Motion on a vote of no confidence against the Executive Mayor, Councillor Mpo Palazzi. The grounds of this motion is that the Mayor has failed this council, that she has a criminal case related to her alleged corruption of the Field Bank Foundation. There's conflict of interest. We also know, should I come to the front? We also know.
Arnolds, just one minute. MMC, Ezenjuko, you had your hand up. Do you have a point of order? Yes. That's fine. Yes. MMC, Ezenjuko, please. Proceed.
Point of caucus break.
Yeah, you can speak on that mic.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Speaker,
protect our council.
Please proceed. We are all talking through the noise. Please proceed.
Speaker, I'm calling a point of order, Rule 72, and I'm calling a point of order on you. Okay. You are the other duly elected Speaker of this council. Please, can I ask you to please chair this council for everybody, not for one. One, that's my first one. Two, Rule 72.
Councillors, MMC is on the floor with a point of order on the speaker. Please give an opportunity.
If I may ask, Speaker, you never made a ruling on what Councillor Christians ruled. You are the duly elected Speaker. Please make a ruling before proceeding with everything else, please, if I may ask.
Councillors, please. Thank you, MMC. I've noted your point of order. Councillor Arnolds, can you please proceed?
Speaker, point of order. My hand's been up.
Chair Niemand, you can proceed.
All right. Thank you, Speaker. Can I respectfully request at this time, with a dear request, our caucus break, so we can decide what we're going to do, because you're now going into it. We're not following this notion. I want a caucus break, and we'll come back and we'll decide. I'm requesting a formal, legal caucus break for my caucus, please. 1 hour.
On a caucus break after the tabling of the motion. Please proceed to table the motion, Councillor Arnolds.
No. He's asking for the break now.
Councillor Arnolds,
Caucus
can you
break,
proceed?
caucus break, caucus break.
No, but don't, because I just want to talk from our party.
Light is off.
I've asked for a caucus break immediately, Speaker.
Well, what's it now?
One, two. Good morning to you, Speaker.
Speaker.
Good morning, Speaker. Good morning to this House.
Speaker.
There's a motion submitted in terms of Rule 94(1) of the Standing Rules and Orders of Council. The motion on a no vote of confidence against the Executive Mayor, Councillor Palazzi. Grounds for the proposed motion. 1. Executive Mayor, Councillor Palazzi failed to disclose to the Council a criminal case related to alleged corruption in relation to the Taliban Foundation, conflict of interest. This lack of disclosure and accountability to Council demonstrates the Executive Mayor's unethical behavior to Council and the people of Johannesburg. The Executive Mayor, Councillor Palazzi, has failed to report on a quarterly basis on the implementation of all Council resolutions. The Executive Mayor is in contempt of Council.
Point of order, Speaker.
In Rule 37(1), which states the Executive Mayor must report on a quarterly basis on the implementation of all the agenda of the meeting.
You haven't even been there for an hour and you're already breaking rules. Not even for an hour. You asked for a caucus break.
States that the Republic of South Africa is one sovereign democratic state.
You haven't even been there for an hour.
Values, human dignity, non-racism, supremacy of the Constitution and the rule of law. Since taking office,
you haven't even been there for an hour. We want a caucus break. He's asked for a caucus break.
40 million on 3 law firms whose sole mandate was to purge employees. Today, the city is experiencing a serious cash flow crisis, which has resulted in the operating on an overdraft. Executive Mayor Councillor Palazzi has no capacity to apply principles of evidence-based decisions, making a weakness has resulted in the deliberate interference with the administration. This goes against the Code of Conduct for Council in the Municipal Customs Act. She placed a moratorium on all appointments, which contravened national government's new regulation. Her actions undermines National Government Circular number 12 of 2022. The law requires that when the city panel recommends appointments to council, the report must have 3 names.
Speaker, wants a caucus break.
Number 1 declines the job appointed, and if number 2 declines, then number 3 must be appointed. The Executive Mayor, Councillor deliberately presented a report that does not comply. The illegal action by the Executive Mayor, Councillor Palazzi, outlines the application of a party's cadre deployment. As a result, we have lost the confidence in the executive mayor. The executive mayor is in breach of her duties and responsibility as allowed in the Municipal Structures Act Section 56. It is therefore recommended a motion of no confidence against the executive mayor, Councillor Mpo Palazzi, by this council be passed. That upon passing the motion of no confidence against executive mayor, Councillor Mpo Palazzi, an election of the executive mayor be done in accordance with Section 55 of Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. Read with the Schedule 3 of the Municipal Structures Act in order to fill the vacancy. I, Margaret Arnold, submit.
Thank you, Councillor Arnold.
I don't know what you're clapping for.
Yeah. Thank you. The motion has been tabled. Is the motion supported? Is the motion supported?
No. Division of the House.
We will now.
Speaker.
I made a ruling.
Speaker.
I said
Speaker.
Motion.
Speaker.
After the motion, we will go on
We
a
asked for a
caucus
caucus break, Speaker.
After the tabling of the motion,
before the motion was tabled.
Break. So, after the tabling of the motion, we will go on a caucus break.
I respectfully ask the caucus break. I requested that we do it, Speaker, for the record. In terms of the rules, a caucus is allowed to ask for a caucus break. I respectfully ask to be granted that permission to have a caucus break before you post the motion and the question.
Those in favor of the motion,
in terms of the rules, Speaker, I want my caucus break.
No, they've not. She said, okay. Is the motion agreed to before we second it?
You're flaunting the rules. I need my caucus break, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Ahmad, the motion is supported without opposition, so therefore the motion is carried.
She says the motion is supported without opposition, therefore the motion is carried.
Legally, I'm allowed to have a caucus break.
No, the motion is carried. Yeah, the motion.
And I've asked before the motion was tabled. I am allowed to have my caucus break.
Councillors, all those in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hands and we will count. All councillors in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. I'm going to allow legal to count. All those in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Legal will be counting all those in favor of the motion.
Speaker, I still request for a caucus break legally, Madam Speaker. In terms of the rules, I'm allowed to ask for, and I did. Can we have a caucus break? And we asked for it before you tabled.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm voting fine.
Where's the caucus break? Where's the caucus break? People that are not here.
What is Annette doing? What is Annette doing? When you unleash them, we don't think this would be
Speaker, with due respect, we requested a caucus break before this motion. You did not allow that caucus break. You are now continuing illegally. Speaker, we requested a caucus break. You have denied us that caucus break. You are continuing with illegally.
We asked for a caucus break. We denied a caucus break.
We have been denied a caucus break. Yes, we are. Because who's talking?
Look at the rules. Look at the rules. I still need to speak. We asked for a caucus break. That's what we're asking for. And she's still not giving us that caucus break. We've asked for a caucus break. Keep up.
I took my finger there. Yeah, keep your finger for now. We'll give you a sign and we'll try and take the control back. Testing, 1, 2.
All those, the noes, please raise your hands. Only those that have signed the register, raise your hands. The noes, the legal is going to be counting all the noes now. There are no noes. Any abstentions? Just hold on. Councillors, any abstentions? I've noted you. We're still voting, MMC Mabaso. If it's a point of order, you'll make it after the vote. I want to understand, are there any abstentions? Is there an abstention?
Where's our caucus break?
MMC Mabaso, you can proceed.
Caucus break.
I said caucus will be after this motion. Councillor Mabaso, you can use another mic.
Do you want us?
Councillor Mabaso,
Do you want me?
oh, you can give him this mic.
Do you want us to give?
You can come.
Do you want him to give back?
Councillor Mabaso, try again. Okay, Robin mic is coming.
They're voting against us. Thank you very much, Speaker, and greetings to all the councillors that are present in the meeting. Speaker, I don't know why Tefo is laughing. Speaker, I'm also greeting my partner as well. I'm rising on behalf of our caucus, the IFP. But before I register our position on the motion, Speaker, please allow me to register our concerns on the decorum of the meeting. We came here to participate in the council because we respect your office, and when the office of the Speaker has convened an extraordinary council, as councillors we are expected to adhere and respect and honor the invitation. But it's
Councillor
so
Mabaso,
unfortunate.
we are voting. We need your position. We can do the point of orders later. We are in the middle of voting. No, we are not going to set that precedence. I've asked for the noes. There were no noes. I've asked for abstentions. Are you rising to give us your position?
Okay, Speaker, I wanted to give a background to our position. But I am...
We don't need background now, MMC Mabaso. Can we just get your position? Councillors, please. MMC Mabaso, please indicate your position.
Okay, Speaker, the IFP is not participating, is abstaining in the process because of what had transpired in the meeting.
Well noted. Thank you, MMC. Councillors, in the absence of noes, and we've noted the abstention of MMCs, are there any other MMC? Chair DeLange, Councillor DeLange.
Speaker, please recognize me, Speaker.
Councillor DeLange is on the floor. Councillor DeLange is on the floor, please.
Which is good. Bongs has grabbed the microphone.
Councillor DeLange, did you sign the register?
Thank you.
Councillor DeLange, did you sign the register?
You are elected as the Speaker, duly so.
Councillor DeLange, you did not sign the register. We are in the middle of voting. You did not sign the register. If you want to indicate your position, you can, but you did not sign the register.
Okay. Speaker, this is a illegal meeting, and we do not take part as elected councillors of this House on any illegal meeting and processes that has been flaunted for the record of the minutes. There was an illegal programming committee that took place that didn't correlate.
Councillor DeLange, are you indicating your position?
Meetings at all. You closed the meeting, Speaker.
Councillors, we have noted the abstention of IFP. There are no noes. Councillor DeLange didn't sign the register.
Follow the rules, Speaker.
Is there any other party that wants to indicate its position?
It's about the rules of this House. Even you, Speaker, must abide by the rules of this House.
Councillor DeLange, you did not sign the register. You are not indicating a position. So we are going to allow you to sit down.
In 14 days, we will be here. It is an illegal meeting, Speaker. The
Councillor
Freedom Front will
Delange,
not flaunt
you did
the
not
rules
sign the
in this
register.
House.
You are
We
not
will not do
indicating a
that.
position. I'm asking you to
Bring
sit
the
down.
motion back in 14 days from now, submit it
Councillor
correctly.
Delange, I'm
Call the
requesting you
meetings
to sit
correctly.
down.
With 3 days notice. We are
Councillor
not
Delange,
against motion, Speaker.
I'm
Please
requesting you to
respect
sit
me.
down.
I respect
Councillor
you on the
Nkomo,
chair.
you can
I respect my
indicate your
opponent's
position,
opinions.
please.
Please respect the rules of this
Councillor
House,
Nkomo,
Speaker.
I
This
would like you
meeting
to
is
indicate your
illegal.
position before I announce the
Didn't follow
results.
the processes. Bring the motions back legally and we will be here. Thank you.
Councillor Nkomo. Okay. Councillor Nkomo, indicate your position, please.
Speaker, please protect me. Can I be protected,
Councillor
Speaker?
Nkomo, I said indicate your
Can I
position.
be protected, Speaker?
Councillor Nkomo, everybody talks with your
Speaker,
with
I
your
think-
council
I think-
howling. Please speak.
Leave it.
Councillor Nkomo, please speak.
Speaker, I think
Indicate
I've been
your
largely
position.
covered by my colleague, Speaker. But I think the point that I want to raise, Speaker, there was a caucus break that was requested. You've been
Councillor
in this
Nkomo, I
position
said
for an
I'm going
hour.
to
We don't
give
wanna teach you
caucus
the rules,
break
Speaker.
after the voting.
There was a caucus break that was requested.
Councillors,
Can you
I will
please have
now,
the caucus break, Speaker?
I will now allow you
Can you
to
please
sit
have
down.
the caucus break?
Councillors,
Before the
I'm
voting,
going
you called
to
for a
announce
caucus
the
break.
results of the motion.
You've been here for
and
an
then we'll
hour.
take
We're not here to teach you the
a caucus
rules.
break for 30 minutes. I will now announce the results, and then I will grant a caucus break for 30 minutes. If the IEC is not here by then, we'll extend the caucus break to an hour to allow the IEC to come in. The results are as follows. The yeses is 139. 139 to the yeses. 139 the yeses. There were no noes. The IFP has abstained. Therefore, the motion is carried. It has passed. Thank you. The motion has passed. We'll now take a caucus break for half an hour. If IEC is not here, we'll extend another half an hour in order to vote in the new mayor. Thank you.
Here we go. mo ko holding room.
1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. And can you talk?
1 2 1 2.
Thank you.
Testing 1 2.
Thank you.
Mpo, re palla ke o printa mola ink re tla berekisa laptop for now. Otherwise re tlo delay ba ilo batlana le cartridge.
Bishop, Bishop, so I remember printed.
Eh?
Bishop, so I remember printed.
But remember it's just one thing or explain and then
Not if it, yeah.
I get
I know the issue. Get out there. In the meantime.
So where do I start?
Mpo, I get re thoma in terms of kodimo. Because
Kodimo.
speaker sansa thoma ho bala.
So I must read everything.
Yeah, get a process.
Okay.
Yes.
So that I get about it.
Okay, all right.
And then I will
Yeah.
let it on record.
Restart. Okay. Thank you, councillors. Thank you, councillors. Can we start? Councillors. Thank you, councillors. Can we please proceed? We just want to determine quorum quickly before we proceed. I'll allow legal to just determine quorum so that we can proceed. Thank you. Okay.
To assist the sound.
Oh, okay.
Even maybe what I wish for the secretary to
Ah, I see.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Oh, sure.
Be careful because my ear will go on. Yeah, because otherwise, plan B,
I can't. These guys will beat me up. On board, yeah. Let's take it. And if you're familiar with I think just 30 minutes. Just to go to the system and understand. And then we also want to
We know. It's on purpose for now. Thank you for telling me. We're just talking about it now. To say, everybody says I'm whispering, but it's okay.
like now.
Yes, they can hear me. They're telling me the mic is on. Thank you, councillors. We have 145 councillors in the House, so we're correct. We'll proceed. So when we adjourned, we're dealing with the motion that was tabled and it has been carried. The motion passed with 139 votes for yeses and the abstentions from IFP, and there were no noes. Now I'll take you through the procedure of the IEC. They are here to assist us with the election of the new mayor for the city of Johannesburg. The executive mayor of the City of Johannesburg Municipal Council was removed from office in terms of Section 58 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 1998, Act 117 of 1998 as amended, herein referred to as the Act. There is thus a vacancy in the office of the mayor, and the provisions of Section 36 of the Act shall apply. Section 55, election of the executive mayor. A vacancy in the office of the executive mayor or executive deputy mayor must be filled when necessary. The procedure set out in Schedule 3 applies to the election of an executive mayor. Please excuse me, I'm using a laptop that's switched off. Just open it for me. The procedure set out in Schedule 3 applies to the election of the executive mayor and executive deputy mayor. I will now take you through what Schedule 3 says. Schedule 3 to the Municipal Structures Act. 1, in terms of the Schedule 3 to the Act, the person presiding must call for nominations of candidates for the vacant position of the executive mayor at this meeting. Each nomination must be submitted on the prescribed form and must be signed by 2 councillors, a nominee, and a seconder. A person's nomination must indicate acceptance of the nomination by signing the nomination form. Furthermore, councillors' attention is drawn to item 4 of Schedule 3 to the Act, in terms of which the person presiding at this meeting must announce the names of the persons who have been nominated as candidates, but may not permit a debate. In terms of item 5 of the schedule, if only one candidate has been nominated, the person presiding must be declared the candidate elected. If more than one candidate is nominated, and in accordance with item 6 of the schedule, a vote must be taken at the meeting by a secret ballot. Each councillor present at the meeting may cast 1 vote. I'll repeat that. Each councillor present at the meeting may cast 1 vote. The person presiding must declare elected the candidate who receives the majority of the votes. In terms of item 7 of the schedule, elimination procedure. If no candidate receives the majority of the votes, the candidate who receives the lowest number of votes must be eliminated. Vote taken on the remaining candidates. This procedure must be repeated until a candidate receives the majority of the votes. When applying sub-item 1, if 2 or more candidates each have the lowest number of votes, a separate vote must be taken on those candidates and repeated as often as may be necessary to determine which candidate is to be eliminated. In terms of item 8, further meetings, if only 2 candidates are nominated, or if only 2 candidates remain after an elimination procedure has been applied, and those 2 candidates receive the same number of votes, a further meeting must be held within 7 days at a time determined by the person presiding. If a further meeting is held in terms of sub-item 1, the procedure prescribed in this schedule must be applied at that meeting as if it were the first meeting for the election in question. If at a further meeting held in terms of sub-item 1, only 2 candidates are nominated, or if only 2 candidates remain after the elimination procedure has been applied, and those 2 candidates receive the same number of votes, the person presiding at such meeting must determine by lot who of the 2 candidates will hold the office for which the election has taken place. Councillors, please note that the Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC, has been requested to conduct the election, and they have accepted to the request. I therefore request all councillors and relevant officials to cooperate with the IEC in this regard. The meeting will now proceed with the election of the executive mayor of the City of Johannesburg Municipality in accordance with Schedule 3 to the Act as outlined above. The nomination process, we will now distribute the nomination form to the whips of parties, and we will give 10 minutes for that nomination process, and we'll request that those forms be handed back to the IEC. I will now allow the IEC to take over henceforth. the IEC assist us with the nomination process. Thank you. We request the whips of council. Whips who will be nominating, please raise your hands. IEC wants to distribute the forms. Please come forth. Assist us by coming forth to fetch the form. Whips, will 10 minutes be sufficient for you to complete the nomination forms? Thank you. Once done, please hand it back to the IEC. We will now give 10 minutes for that process to complete. Thank you, councillors. We received 2 nomination forms back from the councillors to the IEC, then to myself. One is spoiled or non-compliant. The one is compliant. I will now ask the proposer, Councillor Phillips, to come and fetch the compliant one, and he can proceed to read it. Councillor Phillips.
Greetings, fellow councillors. I, Councillor Lloyd Eisenhower Phillips, hereby rise to nominate Councillor Sello Enoch Dada Morero as Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg.
I will now request the seconder, please. The seconder, come and read the secondment.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I, Councillor Muloko Mpolobosho, am here by seconding the name of Councillor Tata Morero as Executive Mayor of City of Johannesburg. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor. I will now ask Councillor Morero to accept or decline.
I, Councillor Sello Enoch Dada Morero, hereby accept nomination.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Morero. In terms of item 5 of the schedule, if only one candidate has been nominated, the person presiding must declare that candidate elected. I hereby declare that Councillor Morero has been elected as the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg Municipality.
This is the you must keep it safe.
Thank you, councillors. 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 Can we settle down? Councillors, we need to conclude the business of the day. May I request that we settle down, please? You will have an opportunity to congratulate our new executive mayor after the proceedings. Councillors, I would like to request that we settle down. Those that are in front, go back to your seats. Their buys are now. Councillors, please settle down. Councillors, thank you very much. I want to allow the executive mayor to make his acceptance speech. Before he does that, there are photographers that are going to come down and take pictures of him. After that, he'll make his acceptance speech, and then we will adjourn. So please just give us a couple of minutes. We are almost done. Executive Mayor, if you can come to the front. Photographers, you are welcome to come down and take your pictures. And photographers are not councillors. We've got professional photographers that want to take pictures. Please come to the center. You have requested to come to the center. You can come, photographers, take your pictures, and then the executive mayor can do his acceptance speech. Executive Mayor, maybe you stand at the podium so they can get good pictures of yourself. He's just finalizing his speech, so let's give him a few seconds. Please come to the podium. Once the photographers are done, we'll allow the executive mayor to make his acceptance speech.
You'll tell me what to start. It should start now. Okay. Greetings to our democratically elected Speaker, Councillor Colleen Makubela. Fellow councillors, I greet you in the name of happiness. Greetings to our administrative leadership, fellow Joburgers, Dumelang Molweni, hello, Leperil. Let me also acknowledge the leaders of the parties, the leaders of the Economic Freedom Fighters, the Patriotic Alliance, the African Independent Congress, Al-Jamaa, COPE, the African Hearts Congress, the PAC and APC. Ke a le dumedisa kasheko. Madam Speaker, let me also acknowledge Baha Morerwa, Baha Makwela, le Baha Makheni mo ke tswalang teng. I would have failed in my duty if I do not acknowledge Abagam Simang, Otabzol, Lau Mawam Azalako, Netinani Nyan Bulis. Let me conclude the greetings by taking a moment to remember Comrade Jeff Makubu, the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Comrade Jolly D. Matongo, the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Comrade Mpho Mwerani, the Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg. Relelo na mo le leng teng, le na le rona kasheko. Madam Speaker, when we say we love Johannesburg, we really mean our words. Joburg is our first love. It is a love like no other. It remains protection and guidance. When you love, you respect. When you love, you appreciate the history and origins of the beauty that lies in front of you. When you love, you plan and make sure that your plan is implemented. It is against this backdrop that we need to go back to a developmental path of growing Johannesburg to a world-class African city that it once was. Our Growth and Development Strategy 2040, which is our long-term developmental strategy, will definitely take us to the world-class African city. We do apologize for our mistakes, and of course we have learned from our mistakes. It is through learning we can correct our ways and focus on our future. Madam Speaker and fellow Joburgers, the Constitution brought us together and encourages us as local government to always ensure the involvement of communities and community organizations in matters of local government. What has happened today, it is an illustration of what can go wrong when a government fails to serve the people. Our communities have suffered enough. They were promised change, and change moved to a false golden start. Enough is enough. Let us go back to a government that is focused on the following. 1, improving the quality of life, ensuring that developmental-driven resilience of all takes place. Building a sustainable city which protects its resources for future generations, and a city that is built to last and offers a healthy, clean, and safe environment. Creating an inclusive, job-intensive, resilient, and competitive economy that harnesses the potential of citizens. Recreating a high-performing metropolitan government that proactively contributes to and builds a sustainable, socially inclusive, locally integrated, and globally competitive Gauteng city region. Good governance requires an efficient administration, but also respect for the rule of law, accountability, accessibility, transparency, and inclusivity and participation. It is heartbreaking that the city's main entities are financially on their knees with unsustainable overdrafts, such as the City Power, which is now sitting at 8 billion negative cash balance. How do we fix a city that has financially collapsed? 10 months of golden promise have taken us 100 years back. Yes, we are not financially stable. Collectively, we can fix this mess. Thank you for trusting us with the task of leading the city of Johannesburg. And we will fix the financial position of the city of Johannesburg. As the incoming administration will immediately review and restructure the balance sheet of the ailing municipalities to put on a solid financial position. The city's debt position requires an in-depth analysis, and where appropriate and needed, we will collaborate with financial institutions to bring back the debt level of the city to an affordable and a sustainable level. We must immediately activate the financial developmental plan to strengthen the city's finances and improve its credit rating to reduce the cost of borrowing. We have no choice but to implement a revenue and enhancement strategy to improve the fortunes of the city, which will avail additional funds to be deployed in much-needed infrastructure programs and maintenance. Based on our governance experience, we will stabilize the city's finances and ensure that the city is taken away from right-wingers and returned to the citizens of Johannesburg. Madam Speaker, Joburg cannot continue to function in darkness when we have the experience of resolving this problem. We have done it before, and we can do it again. We have an energy sustainability strategy that will ensure the delivery of conventional power and integrate new distributed energy generation and energy storage facilities into the energy mix. This is, of course, positive news for the city of Johannesburg. With this innovative approach, the city must utilize new alternate energy sources together with the energy storage systems to reduce load shedding throughout the city of Johannesburg. This should be good news for the businesses and residents of Johannesburg. Also, by introducing this plan, we will impact on load shedding aggressively. The new energy mix is designed to relieve the pressure on Eskom and not make the situations worse. Municipalities across the country are the most basic units of developmental service delivery by government. Developmental service delivery entails an understanding that municipalities are assigned the role to mobilize economic resources for service delivery towards the improvement of the lives of all citizens. Secondly, developmental service delivery views the delivery of basic services as a fundamental building blocks of improved quality of life to foster human dignity, well-being, and improved livelihoods. The people of Johannesburg are the source of our strength. We have to keep the city clean. The wellness of the people of Johannesburg depend on us. This task should take it as a collective task. We should take it as a collective task and not as a party program. As we keep the city, we must continue to protect the environment by implementing the programs that focus on the following: litter picking in public spaces, clearing illegal dumping, grass cutting programs, recycling programs, reeds and wetland maintenance, pollution prevention, air, water, and land. Madam Speaker and fellow councillors, today is a good day. Today is a good day. It is a good day to fall in love again with the city of Johannesburg. Thank you to the political parties in council that used their consciousness to create a historical change in the city of Johannesburg. To the minority parties, you must never be undermined. You earned your seat in council, and your voice must be heard. Thank you to the African National Congress, my home, for trusting me with the task of leading the people of Johannesburg. We can now say, Madam Speaker, we are now home, and we will create a home for all to enjoy. And thank you very much.
Speaker, thank you to the Executive Mayor for that inspiring acceptance speech, and we welcome you as Executive Mayor. Thank you.
Announcements by the Speaker.
Thank you, councillors. We are not going to deal with the agent reports today. We will announce our next council meeting where we are going to deal with those reports. So I'm going to ask protocol to collect them back. We are in the process of arranging the swearing in of the executive mayor. It could even be tonight, but we will let you know and we'll communicate to all councillors, and we'll also make further announcements during the course of the day or early next week. Councillors, I would like to thank you once again for attending this meeting and for assisting IEC to complete their processes and for assisting all of us here in front to ensure that the election was free and fair and transparent. On that note, I would like to then close this meeting and further announcements will be made. And those that are going on recess, once again, we wish you a blessed and refreshed time. Lunch is served. Please do not go home without having lunch. Lunch has been prepared for all councillors and our visitors. Please let's enjoy lunch as we celebrate the new executive mayor. Thank you.
Long live the Speaker! Long live the Speaker! bodyguards, do your job.